Hello. So today we're doing a O2 sensor on a 2003 Lexus ES300. I had the check engine light come on, and it gave me a code P0031, which is a air fuel oxygen sensor underneath, and bank 1 sensor 1. I already pulled out the old one, but upon installing the new one, I will explain how the clip comes off, how the other one screws in, and what to do with instructions to take out the old one too while I'm putting in the new one. It's a bit of a job, but it's something that you can do by yourself. These are some of the tools that I recommend using to get the old one out and put the new one in. The part that I use is a OEM part. It's a Denso. The part number is 234-9042. This is pretty much the exact part that Lexus puts in factory, so I would definitely recommend using it. Our other one was pretty wore out here, and it's probably original equipment with the car. I'd recommend using the removal tools for the O2 sensor. We have a bigger socket there, 7/8, with the groove for the wire to come out. Once you've undone the clip, you put that on and unscrew it with the clip off. This is the tool I actually use to get it out. It works really good to get it out because of space is limited getting the bigger socket in, but that one works to unscrew it once you've loosened it with this. I use a little flathead screwdriver to unloosen the clip initially, put it in there, and you can basically pull the plug right out. And you'll definitely want to lubricate it with some oil when you're removing the old one, because they can get pretty rusted up and carbon buildup, so it does seize in there pretty good. I recommend using 2 different types of breaker bars with an extension for the small one, but otherwise just a 3/8 would, or a 3/8 or a half works fine. Alright, so we'll get started. First thing we'll do is obviously disconnect the battery, which I've done over here, and then we'll go and start the repair. Okay, so this is the new O2 sensor, bank 1 sensor 1. Clip and everything lines up, and they do give you a new attachment, although the other one's still on there, so we won't need to do anything with that. It just plugs into the metal piece on there, but really all we need is a clip and a screw in the sensor. Right here is some anti-seize lubricant that we'll put on there around the threads, and then we'll go ahead and put the part in. Alright, so location of this sensor is bank 1 sensor 1, and it's right down where you can see the light peeking through right in there. So it's basically on the passenger side, right behind the block in the manifold, right on top of the manifold. So once we get underneath, I'll give you a better description of how to get it. I did try to go through the air cleaner at first based on other videos that are not very good on the internet describing the location of this or diagrams, so I figured I'd do this video to let everybody know where it is, how to get at it, and the easiest way to do this, because going from the top on the driver's side is definitely not the way to go. So we'll go down and I'll show you the location. Alright, so here is the location where this new one pops in. Try to get it. Kind of sneak it up around here. And straight in there. And we'll go ahead and screw it just to get it started hand tight. Feel it going in there. Alright. And then come back over here. So now that we have it in, the clip plugs right up into here, right up into that open clip. When you're taking it out, right up in this top section of this clip on the left side, there's a little tab inside there. Lift it up when you're pulling out the old harness, and it will slide out. When you grab it with the pliers, it just kind of wiggles right out. Don't try to stick it in the open part. There's a little tab. Lift the tab from inside on that left side, and it will pull right out. So all you really have to do now, plug the harness in, or first we'll go ahead and screw in the O2 sensor all the way till it's nice and tight and seated, and then we will plug the harness in. Alright, to start screwing this in, I'm going to use this pretty much half socket. Goes right on the end of the torque ratchet, and then go ahead and tighten it down, hand tight as much as I can get it. Okay, so we've installed the new O2 sensor. Here's a good view of it right here. I just attached into the clip up top and then screwed it in and secured it right here, back by the manifold, right in here. So that's the installation of it, and getting it out is a lot harder. I would go ahead and, when you're taking this out, spray the threading. It goes right there. You can see the threads on the O2 sensor. Go ahead and soak them with WD-40 or other anti-seize lubricant and let it sit for a good 20 minutes before you try to even unscrew that, because it was in there really tight. So I definitely recommend doing that. And that's, you put in an O2 sensor, bank one, sensor one. Thanks. So after, before starting the job, we disconnected the negative lead, and then now that we've done the repair, we'll go ahead and lift up the EFI and clear the computer, and that'll basically reset the check engine light. So hopefully when we start, the check engine light should be out.